Ooh, I got it.
Hello, today we are chatting with Shawn Bellis. And
Hello.
yes, thank you for joining me today. Today we're going to just do a recap of what it was like in the LMT Accelerator program. So maybe you could share with us, where were you before we started the program, and why did you decide to jump into the program?
So this was my second time on the program. The first time was I was just building up my practice. I still had holes in my schedule, and I was not charging enough for my service. And so Melinda's really made me look at my business more as a business, look at my numbers, which I wasn't really doing before because I was probably like a lot of massage therapists out there, not really looking at my numbers or having any monthly goals. So after that first time working with Melinda, I was averaging 7, 8 grand months. And then I built that up to 10 grand months and kept it that way since 2018. So I've been easily making six figures every year since 2018, except for COVID. I wasn't allowed to work for 4 months. But even so, the year of COVID, when I couldn't work for 4 months, I still got away with making just over 80,000 that year. We're not working for 4 months, so I call that a win. But the
Yeah.
following year, I kicked butt. So after that, I got to a point in my practice where even raising rates really wasn't exciting me anymore. I felt stifled with creativity. I was getting kind of bored, burned out. I still like taking about 50 CEs every year from the many different types of practitioners just because I love knowing everything I could know to help my clients out. But even so, working long days, getting burned out, and I wasn't really creative as an entrepreneur. And I knew something was missing. So, and also, one thing about COVID that taught me is I wanted to have a way of making income online in case this something like that were ever to happen again. So for years after I worked with Melinda, we've kept in touch. And I told Melinda, I was like, yeah, I'm going to make this course. It's going to be kind of like a business course. And I just dragged my feet on it for years because I would work on it, then I procrastinate. And I was in a cycle of procrastination. And I ended up making the whole course. It was over 20 hours. It's called the LMT Private Practice Success Guide. But after making this course, I realized, hey, I have to actually go by what the NCB TMB guidelines are for courses and submitting them for CEs, which I did everything backwards. Always go to the end. If you're going to make a course, go to the NCB TMB, see what they want for your course, build your course that way. It'll be so much easier that way. So I like to do things the hard way. And so because I was overwhelmed, I had to probably come up with about 80, I think it was around 8, between 80 and 80 or 100, about 80 questions, I want to say. The daunting task of coming up with my 80 questions for my CEs was just, I think that put me backwards. And so because I had to come up with these questions, I just kind of dragged my feet. I was kind of like, I want to make this a course, but then I made it like 20 hours of video content. So I realized if I put this out as a course, how many people are really legitimately going to go through this entire course and get their CEs without a little bit more help? So I was at the time when Melinda contacted me because she was getting back into her massage mentoring. You reached out to me and said, "Hey, would you like to work with me again?" And I'm like, you know what? I'm kind of stuck. I think I want to do a consulting coaching program around my course that I made. And so Melinda kind of put me back on. So working with her this time was kind of building a second business. And
Yeah.
I didn't really realize it at the time of how much I really wanted to offer or do. I know I just wanted to help massage therapists out, kind of like how I help my clients out. Because there's so many struggling massage therapists out there. I mean, there's a lot of struggling massage therapists in my area. I've already helped for years. I've helped a lot of massage therapists in my area. So I just wanted to kind of give back a little bit. And also I've been very helpful. So I know I can help more. So I wanted to make a second business that way. So when at the beginning, I was I was kind of lost. I didn't really know where to start or where to go with what I was going to offer. So I kind of modeled a little bit after Melinda having a one-on-one what excites me more is my group because I like a sense of community because here in Rochester, I've built community on a Facebook group. I've got a lot of massage therapists together over the years. and I continuously do so with a lot of the things I'm involved with AMTA and such. So I want to have more of a community element, which I'm slowly going to be start building this year. And so yeah, even though I provide one-on-ones like Melinda does, I'll be doing group coaching through my new business, which was called it the Massage Success Express.
Mhm.
And also because I know a lot of massage therapists are not really good at marketing or sales. That's pretty much, I'm more of like a how-to kind of guy, and I'm more to like, hey, here's how you write your sales copy. This is how you do this. This is how you, like, step by step. And that's what a lot of my course will offer. But then, so I pretty much with Melinda, Melinda kind of pushed me to reach my goals. So I think the first couple of months was Melinda saying, "Hey, have you submitted your course yet? Have you done these questions? Have you done this? Have you done this?" So it kind of kept me on track, because just like a lot of people out there, I procrastinate quite a bit. Life happens. I wasn't spending the time I needed to build it.
Mhm.
And then so throughout that 6 months, I built the website. I put the bones behind the my second business, and now what I'm doing is I'm just kind of padding out my website. So when if somebody comes and visits me, they can kind of learn what I do and what I'm all about before they would want to work with me. And so yeah, that whole time I've worked with Melinda, I got CEs approved. So like I'm a CE provider now, and I built my website. I built my course through Kajabi, and it kept me accountable, and that was the most important piece that I hired Melinda for. Is just, it's kind of like having a personal trainer. Like, I need to be here. I need to do this because I talked to Melinda next week, and I don't want to tell her I didn't do anything.
Right.
So after that 6 months, I did get quite a bit of work done, a lot of work done on the website. It was very daunting, but I got through it. And so now all I need to really do is just, I'm doing some finishing touches. Melinda gave me some referrals for website development, because that's another service I offer, which I'm very grateful for with the referral. And then, I'm slowly, now that the bones are in place, I have place, kind of like a place where I can kind of work, and it's there. So I always have something to do, whether that's going to be sales and marketing to get more people in, and a place where I can blog and help massage therapists out for free as well. So
Yeah.
that's where we were after that 6 months.
Yes, yes. Okay. I love that. My take on this is, obviously we did so great together the first time, and I knew that you're super ambitious, super talented, and you're an action taker. And I also knew that you liked teaching. You had already taught cupping classes through
Mm-hmm.
another teacher's like kind of structure. And so we kind of already knew after you went through the first round, this is prior to 2020, that you're going to teach someday, and you had already had this private Facebook group in Rochester that you were kind of cultivating and helping therapists and mentoring already. So when you said that you wanted to launch your CE, I'm like, well, that makes sense. I knew you were like dragging. We all had a hard time after 2020. I did too.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, okay, we're all like coming back this year. This is our comeback year. And I was really happy to help you create this course. Not just that, but I felt that it was interesting during the process of like, at first it was just the course, but then we realized, what can you expand on here that is like part of your strengths, and you like marketing, like you said. So it was like adding website development for massage therapists, adding Facebook ads for massage therapists. And so then it kind of really grew into this whole separate business where you're teaching CEs, you've got group coaching, you have website development, you have Facebook marketing. And basically we built like an entire business that you could transition into full time for the next 10 years or whatever. It's like, I like to think when it's not just about building your massage practice and we're taking someone to the next level of their career, that's what this is. This is like a big vision. And like you said, it's daunting to start the foundational process, just like it's daunting to start a massage practice. It's like it's
Yeah.
building a business from scratch, basically. And, I remember you telling me the vision of you traveling around the country, teaching massage therapists, and you're like maybe getting a RV with your family and,
The
hitting
big
the
why.
road.
Hmm.
working online and leveraging all of the skills and expertise and education and experience that you've had all these years and transitioning into more of a massage leader, which I'm so happy for you. I really feel like I'm excited to see
So
that
yeah,
whole thing flourish.
yeah, because eventually I want to add like online courses, but also I'm going to be submitting more courses to the NCBTMB for in-person classes for hands-on, which I do more orthopedic type massage. And I love what I do, so I'm not going to completely ever get out of doing hands-on. I'm probably looking to do 3 days a week, and so probably the days I'm here, I'm really working. But I want to get to a point where my online business kind of like overtakes what I do here at the office. So if my hands stop working someday, I'll have that option.
Yeah.
With marketing and sales and stuff online, but also creating courses and teaching. To me, it's just like a huge framework of what I intend on doing in the future.
I mean, so many massage therapists wish that for themselves, especially if they're getting into the later part of their career,
Right.
Like
Mm-hmm.
not many of us think ahead and we just kind of like go through the motions of continuing to be a full-time therapist. And then before you know it, you're like, how am I going to retire out of this? Or I'm burning out, or I don't have multiple revenue streams. So this is like so perfect timing.
And honestly, if I didn't hire you last year, I definitely wouldn't be as far as I am now. So
That's
thank
why
you
it's
for
called the
pushing me.
accelerator.
Exactly. Yeah. Like I definitely got pushed, and now that it's there, I can't use the excuse of like, well, I don't know what I'm doing today. I don't have anything to work on. Like I would make any excuse not to work on it. But now that I have to work on a website for somebody, and I'm building landing pages for my Facebook campaign. So I'm like all this stuff. And I also have a in-person course I need to submit. I want to submit by the end of the month too. So there's always something to work on. So I love that because I can then use my creativity and not burn out of just doing massage, just in massage every day.
Right. And speaking of creativity, your blog is so good.
Thanks.
You are such a fun writer. Anyone who's watching this, I really, really want you to go to Shawn's site. What is your site called?
The Massage Success Express. It's the blog on there, and I intend on doing about 2 blogs a month. I maybe up at the 3. It just depends on how much workload I have. The last blog I did was about how a therapist should be raising their rates, and that's one thing we all like to talk about,
Oh, yeah.
even when I'm helping massage therapists here, because there's some really, really talented massage therapists, and they've been doing it for like longer than me, and they're charging less.
Yeah.
And they're booked like 3 or 4 months out. And I'm like, why are you not? Like what why are you charging only $80 an hour when the inflation's the way it is?
Totally.
Sometimes even the most experienced of us need that little kick in the pants, or somebody saying, why aren't you doing this?
And by the way, you raised your rates also.
I did. I raised my rates to 120 an hour. And that's for my area. That's on the high end. And I know in some areas that might be average, but in my area, that's more higher than normal.
Yeah.
Nobody blinked. I'm booked out literally 3 months still. I had maybe six
Woo!
drop off, and I filled every single spot. Uh,
Woo!
yeah, and I have people still begging to come in. I have new people contacting me and seeing my stuff online, still wanting to come in, knowing it's $120 for a 60-minute session, or 180 for a 90. And I'm like, wow, I raised my rates. And that weird phenomena of more people wanting to get in happens.
Every
I
time.
find that weird every time. And we internalize, oh God, this is gonna be the worst thing. I'm gonna lose all my clients, and it never happens. It's
Right.
uncomfortable, but I think that's like the 5th or 6th time I've raised my rates in my career, and it's uncomfortable every time. It sucks, but
Yeah.
and then that's the kind of stuff I talk about in the blog. Like, this is probably what you're going to be feeling, but don't worry, it's just a feeling. You get over it after a couple months, and your bank account's going to be happier for it. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
I like to write blogs like that to kind of motivate you to do better in your business, and then if you want to do more, like learn more or be pushed a little bit, then I have coaching programs to, kind of get you through a little bit more.
Yeah. I just want to say for anyone watching, I'm collaborative in my mindset versus competitive, right? Because
Same.
technically I just helped you become one of my competitors, I suppose. But here's my mindset around it. this industry needs more of us. And you know it and I know it. Like there's not enough of us preaching how to be successful as massage therapists.
Mhm.
And we're in a tiny little niche. There's not many of us out there who are trying to actively help massage therapists succeed. There's a lot of CEE instructors teaching technique. You know, those are the big names in the field. But it's a
Mhm.
small, tiny group of us who are really cheering massage therapists on to be successful. So in
Burnout's
my,
still pretty burnout's still pretty high in our career too. And that's just because
yeah.
people can't make ends meet working for others and they're too
Mhm.
scared or they don't know how to get out on their own.
Yeah, and we've been there. Like I've been a struggling massage therapist. You've
Same.
been a struggling massage therapist. So
Yeah.
it just kind of feels like it's just goodwill to pass it on, right?
Exactly. Because I mean,
Mhm.
honestly, if I didn't work, I mean, I probably would have still got here eventually, but working with you, I got there a lot faster.
Well,
And it
I
made
had coaching too, and that's how
yeah,
I
yeah,
got
yeah.
there faster too.
Honestly, anybody that's pretty good at this, they've already hired coaches. They know how the process goes, and they know how to push people to be successful.
It's
So,
true.
and like I said, a lot of what I do, I got inspired from you. And
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I am different in my approach to how you are, and I think that's what makes both of us unique. Some
True.
people might say, "I don't like the way Shawn does it," but Melinda, I think that's the way to go, and that's a-okay because I like the collaborative mindset.
And vice versa. People who
Yes,
don't like me are gonna like you.
and Melinda's already referred a couple people to me for the website development because that's maybe not your strong suit, or you
No.
just don't have the time for it, right? Because
No.
it's also a time-consuming process. So, of course,
And I
AI.
don't like Facebook ads either, so I'll be referring people for that too.
Well, I'm still working on that part of the business, but yeah, when I first started off, I knew nothing about ad copy or marketing or copywriting or any of that stuff, and I've actually really enjoyed learning it, and I continue learning in that process, and I want to get to a point where if I'm doing a Facebook ad for a massage therapist, it's going to be definitely effective in your business. So right now, that's what I'm still working on. I'm no stranger to Facebook ads, but right now I'm trying to perfect what I do with Facebook ads so that if I run your ads, you're going to see results, and I want to promise
Yes.
that.
Yeah, because people don't want to throw away their money. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And so I also want to be like just like you, like kind of like a trusted name with massage coaches. So I don't, if I promise something or if I say I'm going to do something, I definitely want to put my full weight behind it. So
Yeah. And also anyone watching this, you are so much fun and you're hilarious.
hey,
And so I can't wait to see more of your stuff online and I can't wait to see your ads when they go up because it's going to be fun. And I feel like I'm so grateful that you bring an element of fun
we
to
need
our
it.
field
Yes.
because it's like it's so serious sometimes and people like I don't know take themselves way too seriously basically and there's a lot of like unnecessary fighting between massage therapists.
Right.
It's
Like when I
crazy.
when I when I eventually do my video ads, I want them to be fun or high energy. Definitely trying to make it funny as I can, for sure.
Yes, I'm very excited about that. So well, anyways, thanks for coming on and sharing your story.
Yes, thanks for having me. Thanks for being my coach.
Yeah, thanks for being my friend and my colleague.
Yes.
You know, we'll be in conversations, working with each other. And yeah, if you want to go to massagesuccessexpress.com, that's where you'll
Mhm.
find Shawn's exciting offerings.
Thank you
Uh,
for promoting.
You're welcome. All right, have a good day, Shawn.
All right, you as well, Melinda.
Bye.
Bye.